Alright everyone, hello, my name is Shelly Zigley. I'm the creator of this channel, Hathor Healings. I want to take a moment and welcome you to this space and this place that we're co-creating here on Hathor Healings. I know that there are many of you who are new to the channel and have just subscribed. Solora shared one of my videos, bless her heart, bless your heart, Solora, on her timeline or community board, and many of you are here. So I want to say welcome to the new subscribers, and if you haven't yet subscribed, please do. It really helps this channel grow and it gives me more space to create more and share more. So welcome to everybody. And to those of you who've been with me from the re-emergence of this channel in March 2023, thank you. As always, you guys are a beautiful community. There's a few of you on here who are, you know, stalkers, leechers, watchers, and I know you're here. It's funny, one of you left a comment and I removed the comment. I didn't block you, and I thought, damn, I should have blocked you. But then I thought, no, I actually don't care. I actually don't care what you have to say. So, yeah, before I get into this today, I want to share something. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of a fellow named David Goggins. He is amazing. He is a physical athlete, like a crazy athlete. Like, he's crazy. He comes from a Navy background. He comes from a childhood of a lot of abuse, like crazy abuse that he's completely open with. And he inspires the heck out of me because he loves the haters. He makes a mixtape of all the haters' comments. So I kind of feel like that, like authentically, I feel like that with the haters. I don't care what you have to say. I don't care how you bully me, shame me. I don't care. And the thing is, I've been triggered my whole life, right? By, you know, indirect crazy shit. So the outbursts and, you know, it doesn't bug me. So welcome to you guys too. So I didn't want to come on today, you guys. I thought, no, I'm going to just stay in bed and I'm going to rest and I'm going to integrate. My husband took the kids to their award ceremony and I'm, you know, like ready to rest. And as soon as I gave myself that permission to rest, it was like, boom. It's like, get out and record. And I'm like, whoa, okay, what are we doing here? So as I got myself ready, I put on some clothes. I, you know, attempted to do my hair a little bit and put on the earrings, right? And I came out here. And as I'm coming out here, the land is so loud right now. It's like speaking, right? And I know that there's many messages that want to come through, but the tiredness that I felt was actually a form of interference. And there is a lot going on, right? And this is for you as well. There's a lot going on, but there is also a lot of energy that's saying, hey, be quiet, don't do anything, right? So being able to navigate through that, and I'm really grateful that I was able to navigate through that. Yeah, so we're gonna dig into and see where this wants to go, okay? So yesterday, before I recorded, I think it was actually the day before, I connected directly to the Hathors in this space, right? I brought them in right here in real time, and the computer went all wonky. So I'm going to do it again. Yesterday, I'm like, oh, that's a sign that I shouldn't do it, but I'm going to do it. We're going to pull in the Hathor frequency into this space with us today, and we'll see what else wants to come through. So I'm going to ask that you watching this co-create a space with me and hold a space, right? There's no such thing as time and space, so I can feel into your frequency beforehand, and if you give permission, then we can hold that space to just make this happen and allow for them to come forward, and, you know, my internet or camera to be stable. Okay, so I'm just going to take a moment and do that and just tap into the field and the community of supporters here in Hathor's Healings. Good, beautiful. We're going to come together, hold this space to pull forth these beings. And we're just going to create that space, making sure I'm connected to God, to Source, to the highest, to the One, making sure I'm connected deep, deep, deep down into the earth realm. Beautiful. Nice, clear connection, protected connection, always. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyone who watches this, that they're protected, that they're clear. For any watchers or naysayers or whatever, just asking that they just be exited, right? They can still watch and they can feel and they can do whatever, but they just stay right here on the outside like this. Beautiful. Okay. So we're just going to ask, we're going to take a moment and I'm going to ask the Hathors to come forward, to come through, to come in. Takes me a minute, guys, to allow. Beautiful. Good. Beautiful. Okay. So I got one here. So I got to keep touching my screen or it'll go like this, but I'm seeing a tree, a massive tree, like the world tree, the Celtic tree. Most mythologies, the tree is very significant. And they're showing me this tree with these great big roots that go all the way down into the earth and all the way up into the heavens. All the way up into the heavens. Okay? You're going to see me like open one eye periodically to touch my screen so it doesn't go black. Just showing me this tree. I have to be patient while I'm in this space, you guys, to get the full message. My throat, you see that? Move out. Thank you. That interference that just came in there, you guys, that was from my own human fears, right? There we go. So nothing's like in this field. That's dangerous. Good. Thank you. Okay. So what happened there was they showed me this great big tree. So there's these tree roots that are going all the way down and going all the way up. So what they were showing us really is the infinite potential. The infinite potential of using where we come from, what we know, the wisdom that's inherent in us, the wisdom that's in our soul, in our blood, in our bones, and our spirit, and taking it and allowing it to come forth and come up into the heavens, okay? And then there was this point in the middle of the trunk where there's this like massive purple light, like massive purple light. And they're showing me this, and this is like the portal. But also what this world is, this portal, is what we're in right now. We are actually existing in the portal, that in-between space, planet Earth reality, this world. So we are in that portal. We are surrounded in this portal, Earth plane, even, with 3D consciousness and whatever our programming may be, the reality of this portal is that we are covered in purple light all around us. Like, I can't even describe to you the light that I see because it's not human. It's not like the purple of my shirt. It's not the purple of my crystal bowl bag over here. It's like something beyond that. So it's showing that we're in this middle space, okay? I'm in it, you're in it, we're all operating in it. But the illusion and the delusion and the programming and all the stuff that gets all heavy has us thinking we're in a black hole, right? There's only that accessible to us in certain aspects of this life, right? So some of us may believe that like the only way we can attain peace or we can go there is through our spirituality or through meditation or through whatever. What they just show me is that's not true. That is, again, the programming here. In actuality, we are surrounded in this all the time. So I feel like they're asking us, right? When I'm in there and I'm picking it up, I'm not hearing words. No one was speaking to me in that moment. I was like taken through an experience. I was taken through something, and there's a lot going on. There's a lot of imagery, a lot of colors, a lot of sounds, a lot of tones, right? So I'm translating them outwards to you the best that I can. Okay? So we're going to start this reading by, let's feel that frequency. Let's feel that purple. This can be the energy work, right? That purple light that is actually the truth around us right now, right here, right? Wherever you are, in your house, in your room, in your car, in your workplace, everywhere you go, you're filled with this light. It's there. Now, as we become boxed, now this isn't them showing you this is me channeling. As we become boxed in certain situations, like a workplace, for example, and we're in a box, and we're in that box, that light's still there. It's still in there. But there's also other energies. There's also other frequencies. There's also other things emitting that aren't that light, okay? So this is where we have to be very aware, cognizant to choose the light, even in these aspects of darkness or negativity or whatever the hell we want to call it, right? Frequency that pulls us away. Now, again, this isn't confirmation that yes, we live in love and light and bliss and whatever, because if we're in those frequencies, like a workplace, right? And yes, that divine purple is accessible. It's beneath me. It's around me. It is me. I am that, right? And I got these other energies and frequencies going on. Can I just ignore them and pretend they're not there? No, we can't just ignore them. We have to be cognizant of what they are. Because if we ignore them, right, and we bypass them, we are not being our full, true, divine self. So divinity doesn't ignore. We see it. We see it. We make eyes with it. And we let it know energetically we see it. And if it's coming up in our face, we let them know physically that we see them. Right? I do this quite often, especially in this past year, is I'll straight up call it out when it's in my face. I'll straight up say, I know who you are. I see what you're doing. I can see through you. And these energies get all whackety whacked, right? This is why I don't go around a lot of friend groups, because I can't be quiet. If I'm in a group and there's a sucker there and a leecher there, there's no way I can sit in that group and not call it out, right? And that's not my ego calling it out. That's my divinity calling it out, okay? So why I'm saying that, because the bypassing and ignoring and just being like, oh, I'm here, but I'm just going to choose to be in this, that's not it. There is an aspect of the warrior that we have to stand in, that we see it. We see what's going on. We see the darkness. We see the blackness. We see you. I see you. Okay? That takes away the power of their ability to affect as much of the environment around you, because you as a divine being have the ability to transmute that energy rather than ignore, bypass, and leave it to do whatever it's doing and just, I'm going to float in this purple space. You're also going to affirm, I stand here in this space. This workspace is my space. I'm a divine being in this space too, and I care about these other beings around here. So if you're spreading your poison in here, I'm not just going to ignore it and go out here. I'm going to stand in my divinity. I'm going to stand in my power, stand in my truth, and I'm going to look you in the eye, and you're going to back down to me. I'm not going to back down to you, okay? This is the kind of energy that I'm talking about. So, yes, it's true. The energy is everywhere. It's all whatever, but we also are that energy. So we embody that energy. We don't just tap in or tap out to that energy. We become that energy. We allow that energy to be in our frequency, and we exude it. That energy doesn't back down to no one. And it also isn't interested in war or conflict, right? That's not what it's doing. It's just standing up. It's claiming, it's seeing, it's saying, right? So I feel like this is really important for us to remember, right? Even for myself, as I begin to go back out into the public world, as I begin to like spread my wings, right? And now going into circles where, yeah, it's aligned. I no longer have to sit somewhere and bypass. I no longer, and no one asked me to do that, by the way, that was still part of my learning. Being around a group of people and knowing exactly where the the hate's coming from, masked in this beautiful smile, right? And some of the most evil, disgusting people are the most happiest, smiliest, and loveliest. And they are very good at drawing people in. So I share that today, whatever that may mean for you. I don't know. You're going to know what that's going to mean for you. But in order to be the divine frequency and have it travel and be the vessel and an effective vessel, we don't just go out to this energy. We become this energy. We know this energy. We are this energy, and we be this energy. So I'm going to say thank you to the Hathors for that beautiful experience, that beautiful picture that this being showed me. Not aware of anything specific. I just saw the giant face in front of me. Actually, I saw nostrils. The nostrils were quite prominent. But yeah, they showed me the picture close up because they really wanted me to focus on that. So we're going to start this reading, the collective here at Hathor Healings. The collective that is here now and that is going to be coming in the future. We are building for that as well. I have the Moon Mana cards. Moon Mana is a Celtic Irish group. It's led by Karen Ward, and her husband John isn't part of Moon Mana, but he is an Irish shaman, and they teach Celtic shamanism, and I'm one of the students of Moon Mana. I'm learning from Karen. She is a beautiful space holder. She's created this deck. You can go to moonmana.ie, I believe, and purchase this deck if you would like. We're going to ask for a card that is relevant for us, okay? Relevant for us in this moment, for the collective in this moment. This one's stuck in my hands. Goddess Bridget, protection. Look at that. Goddess Bridget from the East. Goddess Bridget is very important in the Celtic world, and Karen is very passionate and very connected to the Goddess Bridget, as am I, as I begin to deepen my connection to the Celtic world. Okay. When I look at her, do you see the earth around her? Okay, remember when I said I came out here and the land was very loud? The land was speaking. Here we see, is that a swan? I think so. 2 swans, right? It's allowing the space for your protection, not only to be, your guides and your counsel or your team, but also the earth. May the earth protect you. May the earth guide you. May the earth hold you. May the earth be with you. Okay? We have the elements, earth, air, fire, water, ether, right? I always say ether. Do not forget ether. Ether is God, air, spirit, all of them kind of moving in one, right? So remember that the earth is here to hold you, to guide you, to help you, to hold you. It is a part of you, and you are a part of it just as much as anything external, right? So that God energy, the creator, right? Like the First Nations of our land, I also felt, their presence very strongly here because I live in southern Alberta on Treaty 7 land. The land spirits are the First Nation spirits. I don't have Celtic fays. Oh my, you guys, there's 3 pelicans. Right. Oh my gosh, they're going to fly over. They're going to fly over here. Hold on, I got to get a picture. Oh, maybe I can. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys don't, I've never seen pelicans that close. Never seen pelicans that close. Thank you. 3 pelicans. Okay. First Nation spirits. The Fae are not here on my land. They're not. But the First Nations spirits and good Lord, and then there's 2 shooting that way. What are you guys doing? What is that? Ooh, I'm going to tap into that a little bit later. Anyways, I'm going to Ireland. I just dropped a card out of I'm going to Ireland soon, and the Fae live over there. And maybe the Fae, they kind of are, the spirit of the Fae, I believe, are here, that we can find them all over the place, but they're not alive like they are in the Celtic world, the Scottish world. They're not. And I say that, why do I say that? I say that because whatever the land is that you're on, it's going to work differently with you. So it's important to know the history of the land that you're on. It's important to not only know it, to honor the history of the land that you're on. So don't think, the land holds nothing. You're there, so it's yours. It's not. It's alive with history, with a story, with even expectations from us. So, I invite you to tap into that a little bit. This fell out, and this is Summer Solstice Circle Festival, Confidence. So this is interesting because we're about to enter into the summer solstice, right? We're right there. We're in that energy right now. So this is the confidence to exude who you really are, to exude your weirdness, right? Your idiosyncrasies, let it all go, right? Let all, the I should be's and I wish or all of that stuff, and just be in yourself, because yourself, myself, as we are, is absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. Of course we continue to do work, but it's not, that work that we do isn't on ourself. It's on our programming, right? It's on the messaging that's been shared with us that we've accepted as truth. But in the end, when we just are operating in our true self frequency, there's nothing to fix. And we all know it. We all have access to it. Do we consciously know it? Maybe not. Right? So this is where the letting go is really important. Okay. So we are going to start with Danielle Knowles. This is front and center on Hathor Healings, this deck. Isn't this beautiful? Yeah, guys, the pelicans are hot and heavy. They're flying all over and they're going in my pond. I've never seen that before. In 6 years, 7 years, I've never seen that before. Yeah, they're coming right in our pond. Oh, you fell out. So the King of Swords just fell out as I'm just holding the cards. So I'm going to hold that out, and we're going to stick with that, which I've been, really meditating on and feeling that energy since last night. And that is the mental clarity, the mental stability, the precision to know where to go, how to go, what to say, right? It is verbal, of course, like how we speak and how we show up. But there's also, the masculine protective aspect of it as well. That our words are protected. Our words are protected, right? Very much so. And we need to know that, because the only time they're not protected is when we fear them not being protected, right? Then we go into the frequency where we're not protected because we don't believe we are protected. So that's really why protection is so important, because our programming consciously and subconsciously is so vast that whether we think we fully are on board knowing that we're protected, there's parts and pieces of us that don't believe that. And I'm going to say that for most people, 98% of people, right? This is true. There's aspects of self that don't believe, that, aren't necessarily on board. And this is why we are diligent about our protection. And the more we do it, the more we get on board, right? I'm going to do 2 more times here. I'm probably going to look up the pelicans in this reading, you guys. I'm going to look them up because, they were flying. I've never seen, I'll share this with you, I've never seen the pelicans go one way, change direction, come back. And that's what they did. So they were going this way, 3 of them came across this way, then they came darting back, then they went into the pond here on our land. And they're still in the pond. It's my dog, Vesta. She is going after the guy here to check the oil battery. Okay. So 1 more shuffle and then we're going to go. Okay, message for the collective here at Hathor Healings. Message for Ten of Wands. Your Ten of Wands. What else? And the Emperor. Ten of Wands and the Emperor. Look, guys. Ten of Wands and the Emperor. I talked about in the reading yesterday a lot about this Ten of Wands energy, and I really affirmed in that reading that we're done. We are done. Us in this community, we are done carrying the burdens, carrying the heaviness, carrying responsibility, carrying guilt, shame, like any of that heavy energy. We're done. We're done doing that, right? And then with that card came out the Emperor card, right? This is the energy that decides we're done. This is the Emperor energy says no more. I decree it is done. I decree that this energy is no longer in my reality. I decree that I will speak up. I will stand. I will be in towards myself. There's the pelicans again. 3 of them flying. They're leaving the pond now. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I decree, right? It's done. This is the kind of energy that we need to be in. So when this Ten of Wands energy attempts to come back into our field, it is not happening. It is not happening. I know who I am. I know what I am. Okay? I know. And I am not taking this. I am not doing this. This can be in conversations. And, when an old pattern comes up or a typical fight with someone comes up, your partner, your friends, your kids, whatever, right? And we know this game already. We sit in this energy and we say, no, I'm not doing this. No, we're not doing this. We know where this leads. We're not doing it. Done. The Emperor does not over-explain. The Emperor just holds it. He holds his energy. Feel that. I got it right now. Like, this is it. It's like, I'm not budging. I'm not doing this. Right? We're not doing this. This is where I'm sitting. This energy has no place for this. This Ten of Wands energy does not exist in that energy, in that frequency. Okay? So this is really beautiful. This is a really beautiful, beautiful thing. I'm proud of us. I'm proud of me. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of anybody who does this. Anybody who claims back their space. It was like this. The Tower reversed. Okay? This is what happens when we carry this and we stay in it. The Tower, right? But the Tower showed up reversed. Why? Because now, when this Ten of Wands energy is trying to come in and we meet it with this Emperor energy, guess what? Our whole reality doesn't need to fall and break. No, the Emperor, I'm going to say it, prevents the Tower from falling, that energy. Because it's so stable. It's so connected. It's the King of Swords, Cups, Wands, and Pentacles all in one. It's like, we don't need to fall here, guys, anymore. We don't need to fall. Done, nada, nilch. We are not falling. We are not falling. You're not falling. Had to do that again for some reason. Someone tried to come in for a moment there. The Knight of Swords. Okay? Now, this is the energy that we're going to have to move into. So we're holding this energy internally, right? The Emperor awareness. We're holding Emperor awareness. And that's what's holding us from not going into the Tower, not letting the Ten of Wands consume us and break us and all of that stuff, right? This is how we're moving on the earth plane in the Knight of Swords energy, right? So we're clear, we're sharp-witted, we're on the ball. Okay, we're not quite in the King of Swords yet on the earth plane, and that's okay, guys, because guess what? Our program has taught us that you can't be in the King of Swords energy, right? There's like a few at the very, very top in that energy. But on the earth plane, we're going to be operating in this Knight of Swords energy. So we are persistent, we are consistent, we are aware, we're not backing down. we keep going and we move forward regardless of anything, right? So I always feel with that night energy is like, I'm moving. I'm not stopping. You're not stopping me. And yeah, he's a little bit, he can be a little bit harsh and a little bit rash. And that is going to be necessary for us to really clear out patterns, to really get in the circles that we are truly meant to be in. We have to cut through what we're not meant to be in. We have to cut through it. And it's not going to be soft and pretty, because if it is soft and pretty, it's easy to be manipulated back into it, right? It's easy to get in an emotional state. The Knight is like, no, I don't want to say he's cold as F, but there is an element of coldness to him because he has to be. We're cutting through the matrix, you guys. We're cutting through. I always said I'd never say that word because I hate it. It's not that I hate it, but so many people use it and don't actually understand it or don't actually take accountability to do the work that's necessary to move through it. They're just like, oh, I'm in the matrix. Matrix awareness, guys, and they're some of the most lost people ever. So anyways, but this is the truth, the programming, right? We're in the programming. We got to cut through it. It takes this energy. Okay? The love and light community really annoys me. I've always talked about it for the last 10 years. We got the Knight of Cups that just flew out. Okay? The same energy, but here we got the emotional balance. So this is a beautiful thing to come in, right? So this is saying, yeah, we're in this cutthroat energy. Yeah, we're moving. Yeah, we can be harsh. But guess what? I'm internally, emotionally balanced enough to move through this without losing myself, without losing my values, without losing what's important to me. I'm emotionally balanced also to handle the kickback that people are going to try to give me with this Knight of Swords energy, right? So and this is even on my YouTube channel, having haters come on and comments and whatever, right? I'm emotionally balanced enough to know, hey, this means nothing about me. This is actually, and like Solara said, in her workings with dealing with this energy, it's kind of humorous. It is humorous. You got nothing better to do than look at people who are a threat or who are speaking something against your values and comment on it and try to bring them down. Lame. Okay? And I say that, I was going to say I say that without judgment, but I say it with judgment. I really do. It's lame. It's lame. And I'm going to judge it as lame. We all judge. Okay? And I feel like that's ooh, we got two cards here. We got, okay, the Ace of Wands, which is pure potential, right? The aces are, it's like infinite. It's like 0 point energy. It's pure potential to create, to grow, to be, and to have the things that you truly, truly desire. Okay? This is the space that you're in, right? What do you want to create? What do you want to create? I've talked about this a lot in the last couple weeks, is guys, this is not the time to sit on our ass and just holiday. Do something. What are you going to do? Whatever you plant now, you sow now is going to be fruitful. So do something. Do something. Write your book. Create a project. Build a business. I don't care what you do. Okay? Redo your house. Do something in this energy. Don't stop. Now, the Four of Cups came up in reverse. Four of Cups. I'm opening the book for this, you guys, because, again, I open the book when I don't want to butcher something. Okay. So I'm going to read you guys right out of this book for the reversed. It's just a little paragraph, but it's important. You are close to breaking free from a state of stagnation or boredom. It is time to escape the routines or habitual patterns that have kept you trapped. Right? Ace of Wands, guys. If there are opportunities or new adventures calling you at this time, take a moment to consider them. Now is the time to make positive changes in your life and to take action. Be open with your heart and feelings. An opportune time to focus on new project and life goals. Beautiful. So you guys, if this was in the upright, it's reorientation, doubt, stress, apathy. This is why I looked it up, because I'm like, I know this card, but I don't know how to read it reverse. So this means coming out of this stagnation, right? And this, creating with this Ace of Wands energy. You guys are coming out of something. I'm coming out of something. We are collectively coming out of something. If you guys know someone else that's coming out of something, send this video to them privately. I don't say, you know, for a lot of you, you don't have to share my videos on your you know, YouTube or whatever, the Chariot. Why I say that? Because when we're going through massive growth and expansion, I feel it's good to have some private people that, you know, not everybody knows you're watching, because the truth is you have haters close to you right now, and they don't need to know everybody you're watching. When you start breaking through that and you get expansive and like you're growing through a certain point, share it on your YouTube, share it with your community. I'll share you too, right? So the Chariot, this is the energy, guys. Look at this. Cancerian energy. Like, you are the goddess moving forward, right? Whatever that means for you. Take that however you want. Doesn't mean you're a female. It doesn't mean any of that. But you are moving. You are divinely moving. You have the inspiration of pure potential with you. You have the Knight of Swords with you. Oh, not upside down. You have the Knight of Cups with you, right? Right. You have the Emperor with you. You are not going back into the tower. Look at that. The cards say it. You are not going back into that tower. Thank fucking God. Who here is tired of the tower? Right? We're tired of the tower. How many towers have you been through? Say in the comments. How many towers have you been through? I don't even think I could count my towers. A lot of towers. Okay? A lot of towers. Okay, so let's go for some advice for the collective. Shadow work. That's your advice. Shadow work. Now, I'm going to take a moment and feel into this. What kind of shadow work? Give me a little bit more here. Okay. So this is being super aware in the moment. So when you lose yourself day to day, whether this is like snapping at your kids, passive aggressive at your husband, at work, you start shutting down, okay? In the moment, precision in identifying your shadow in the moment. I'm not feeling like we need to go deep into inner child wounds or we need to go deep into anything, but this is catching the shadow in the moment and redeeming yourself, right? Immediately calling yourself out lovingly, you guys. Like, this is calling yourself out in a way that expands you, right? Oh, I was just aggressive with my kids. Hey guys, I'm sorry. Mom, it feels a little bit off right now. I just took it out on you. I'm sorry. I'm going to really be aware, okay? Passive aggressive with our husband. Oh, you said you were going to call. You didn't call, okay? Oh, I don't know, babe. I'm sorry. I'm feeling a little off. I'm sorry I said that to you. So it's taking accountability, right? Catch yourself how many times you want to project out. So projecting out can mean like interpreting something, giving it meaning, assuming that somebody means something bad, right? Catch yourself in the moment. Alchemize in the moment. This shadow work, most of you are here. These are the places where you're being called to, be aware in the moment. Catch yourself. Catch the shadow. We all get it. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay, this is your advice. Wheel of Fortune. There's going to be some turns for a lot of us. There's going to be some turns that are coming in that are going to shock the shit out of us. So let us be open that at this point, this connected to soul, this connected to service, this connected to all things, things might not show up. Bird just landed on top. In the way that we think they will. Right? Our path might take a drastic turn. And I'm not saying, I don't see like a lot of things breaking. This isn't about a tower moment. This is about a shift. This is about a new opportunity. This is about the beginning of a new cycle, right? The end of a cycle, beginning of a new cycle. This is where you're in. So try not to resist this. And when the shadow comes up, the fear, right? The stories, the whatever, catch it and remind yourself, no, I'm moving in a new cycle. This is what happens when we move in a new cycle. So also I want to share this. If old thoughts, patterns, things are coming up briefly, just remind yourself, oh yeah, I'm in a new pattern. When I get scared or I feel fearful or whatever, this is sometimes, a catalyst for that. Okay. Whoa. I'm going to go. Do I take them? 3 of Cups. Enjoy. Celebrate. Be in union. Right? Be in harmony. Allow yourself to bask in bliss. It's not going to be all bliss. We don't expect that every moment, everywhere is bliss, 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 bliss. No. But when it's there, celebrate it. And when it's there, remind yourself, this gets to be my reality. This is my reality. This is what I'm creating. This is eventually going to be my all the time norm, right? And I don't know why they want me to say this, but they're saying the real 3 of Cups energy. So some of you have curated a life that looks and seems like it's this, but it's very controlled. It's not quite real. It's I have the resources, I have the money, I'm comfortable, everything, I got everything perfect, but it actually isn't really. It's curated, right? And this is where the shadow, looking at your shadow, be like, okay, I have everything curated, but how's everybody really feeling? How am I really feeling? Is there this union or is it curated? Because sometimes we do that. I've done this before too, right? And this is where a real tower will come in, is if we're in a curated energy and it's not totally authentic. So don't think you have it mastered. When you think you have it mastered, that's when you're in the curated energy, and that's when the shadow starts forming in the background and the real tower comes, right? This is another way that the tower can come. So we're going to ask for one more card. This is going to be the card that we end the reading on, that we leave it on. Okay. One more card. That's it. It's not the one in my hand. It's this one flipping over. I'm going to look at the one in my hand though too. Justice. Libra energy. Balance. Right? Finally, justice is coming. And I don't say justice when like, yeah, F my enemies or whatever, but I say justice as in the balance. It's not going to be so out of balance anymore, right? It's going to start to be like, okay, there's equal footing here, right? When we come from a background, I guess like myself, being the one who always screws up, being the one who is predictably a failure, predictably going to change, like, everyone can point at her. We can talk about her in the family. She's the one that we discuss. Oh, she's doing okay, but whatever, right? This is where this justice is coming, where many of us that seem to be on the bottom are coming up. And it's not that we're rising above necessarily. Maybe we will, right? Maybe we'll get there. But we're on equal territory. So you no longer get to put me anywhere. I no longer will let you put me anywhere. I'm no longer going to feed into your story because I got my energy figured out. I got these patterns that I've fallen into, these traps that I've fallen into figured out. So I'm not going to be there. I'm no longer going to be the discussion at your coffee table or your dinner table or your family get-togethers of the one being on the bottom. Now I'm here. And eventually I'll probably get up here, which, that'll be a new conversation for everyone. And I don't say that from ego. I just say that because the balance has to come and it's here. Like, this is what we're ending on. Last one that came through with that card was the Knight of Pentacles. This is the most beautiful night, the most consistent night, the most grounded night, the most together night. And we've pulled two of the other. We pulled the Knight of, what did we pull? The Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups, which is a nice balance. And we have the Knight of Pentacles, right? So this is a good sign. This is progression, slow and steady. It may seem slow, guys, but here's the thing. You're steady, steady, steady till you blow the fuck up, and then you're not slow anymore. So just keep going. Keep being in it, okay? So I'm going to wrap up with these cards here. And there's one more thing, because remember, the pelicans that were all over the place, we need to look that up. I am not forgetting, right? There's part of me that wants to be like, oh, you know, just end this and don't look it up. But no, I know what part that is. And that is not the part that I am feeding. That is not the part that I am feeding at all. So we are going to look it up. And again, I'll read, not verbatim. I know that it's to do with joy. Okay. Yeah, fortune. Community and teamwork. Duh, I knew that. Cooperation. Maternal energy, divine mother energy, okay? It says this, when the pelican spirit animal calls itself to your attention, it's time to sit up and take notice, which you guys noticed I did, right? A fortuitous opening presents itself. The counsel from pelican is remaining patient. Don't dive too quickly or wait too long. You may feel a little insecure about the situation, but you have the chance to apply skills and talents, honing them even further. Okay, so I had this card, the Pelican card, in our rune deck. So I actually know quite a bit about them. They're almost always in a group, swimming together, hunting together, being together. And there is, when they're flying, they're magical, they're big. Someone called them swine once, and I just about lost my shit. Swine? Like, these, how they can even fly in the sky is a miracle. They're massive with this big, huge orange beak, right? The solar plex, the creation, the power, the womb, right? Like, these are magical beings. I don't care what anyone says. Call them swine if you want, but you are missing out on something pretty freaking magical. So they really wanted to be a part of this reading, right? They really were loud. Like I said, I've lived out here for quite a while. I've never seen them that close in my entire life, how close they came. I wanted to get them on camera, but they didn't want to. So, you know, that's, my ego has to kind of deal with that a little bit. But it's, we're in a time. We're in a window. Put your seeds down. The Ace of Wands energy at you guys. Don't be stagnant this season. Do not be stagnant. And if you're looking for one-on-one mentorship, you guys, I have my spots open for half price. And my mentorship is very unique. Very, very, very unique. It includes everything, right? We're going to do energy work. We're going to do subconscious reprogramming. We're going to do everything, all the things, right? Whatever it is that you need, I will meet you in that. Business coaching, whatever it is you desire to do. So if that interests you, you can email me at shellyzigley@gmail.com. I also have my online course called Soul Healing Alignment that's available. You can instantly walk through that course. This is a frequency enhancer, upgrade, clearing. It is a cleansing to the soul and a window into purpose and expansion. So you can also click on that, enroll in the course, and have instant access to that course. And Patreon. I just put it up, you guys. I have one video on it, but I have more content I'm going to be adding to it. This is a way for people to come more intimately into my world, into my reality outside of just YouTube. So this is for, you know, those of you who are like, yeah, like I want to be closer. You guys, I think, you know, I have a pretty rich life. And when I say rich life, I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about living with the land, raising 8 kids, it's quite spectacular, and I won't show not very much of that on YouTube, on a public platform this big that you can't actually remove people. People see you. Like, you can block them from commenting, but you're still watching these fucking videos, right? In my Patreon, it's a very smaller community. It's going to be. And yeah, I welcome you over there as well. I'm excited to see who's the first person that comes. And again, I am patient, you guys. Nothing I create at this point is done from, oh, another pelican flying out of our pond. Okay. Nothing I do right now is out of trying to achieve something. Oh, I also make custom dolls. I am a needle felt artist, and I make magical dolls custom for you. So that's another skill and thing that I offer. They're $222 Canadian plus the shipping to wherever you are in the world. So that's another thing I offer that I always forget to tell people about. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Like this video, comment on this video, you guys. The more interaction we get, the better it is for the channel. And I love getting to know you guys. When I see a comment on there and I feel into them, it helps connect the bond of this channel. So thank you very much, and have the most beautiful day, night, evening, wherever you are.